Yo, what's crack-a-lackin'? Good looking. Anyway, I'm on my way back home. I wanted to give a shout out to my girl Lauren. It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Lauren. You get a shout out, woo! Like, cause you're like I'm famous or something, like Ellen or something. Anyway, I wanted to make a video about last night. Actually, it was weird. Like, you know, I made the video with my girls, and I haven't actually got to hang out with them for a long time because we all of our schedules and all of our jobs and yada yada yada. That's how we are. That's why they're my besties. That's why they're my family. However, Laura's so good at inspirational things. Like, she's so good, so very in depth with her mind and her soul. And she sent me this audio thing about inspiration. And I was reading my book last night, and it's all like inspiration. You know, she was talking about how people are inspiration, and you have to set up boundaries sometimes. And there are people that want your energy, and I talk about this. And I think in my life, I'm here to, like, someone's like, oh, when I become famous, I'll give you a shout out. Drew said that last night. And I'm like, you know what? That's not what I want. You know what I mean? And my friend Nestor yesterday, he was really nice. And he's like, you know, there's a publicist that I know that would probably could help you launch anything. And I'm like, I just want to be a light for people. Like, Jerzen and I worked out last night, and he's like, oh my God, you know so much. Like, that's the thing I observe. And it's all about inspiring people to become the best versions of themselves, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people, like, I often think I'm misunderstood. You know what I mean? I often think that people think that I want everyone to lose weight, and I want everyone to be fit, and I want everyone to do certain things like I do. And no, because that's my path. That's not your path. And my path is, if your path is about to be healthy and lose weight, good. I'm glad that I can be a role model. But my thing is, being a role model to me is taking my story and applying it to everything that you can do with your life. You know what I mean? Like, I've overcame so many different steps in my life that I can relate to a lot of people. And I think the biggest thing that people see is my weight loss. But they don't see me growing up in a town that is homophobic, and I got abused, and physically and mentally, and I was going to commit suicide so many times, or the spinal meningitis that allowed me not to be able to do certain things. They don't see that. I overcame that. They don't see the little things that, you know, depression, living in Korea, being in a country that does not know anything about you, and you don't know anything about it, and it's hard as sin. Or, you know, I could go on with these little things. Having OCD, which a lot of people don't think I have, but trust me, I have it. Or just me being funny and being real and going across the country and across the world to get what I needed. You know, people don't see that. And that's what my story is. My story is not what I want everyone to be like. And I go back to falling in love and being something, and I've came to the conclusion that, you know, maybe love for me is to have everyone take a piece of me in a good way. Not necessarily, like, I don't need to give out my energy to everybody, but I need everyone to know that, you know, that movie Love Actually really rings home with me, because I always tell people, because people often think that, oh, Darren, don't worry, there's a guy out there for me. But I kind of don't want just one person. I want everyone to know that they're loved. And I want everyone to know that you're going to be okay. Just keep going, you know? I think that for so long, and I still do this, I'm learning. For so long, I focus on what I don't have, and then I stop and realize, whoa, the shit that I have in my life. And a lot of people said, like, someone said something to me, and I said, I'm really grateful. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I'm just grateful right now. I'm grateful because I got a really good job. I got 2 good jobs, and I got people around me that love me. And, you know, I necessarily don't have, you know, a lot of time to talk anymore. But when I do, I make sure that I told Drew last night, you know, every conversation that you end with, you tell people how you feel, whether it's like, hey, bitch, goodbye, go to hell, or like in a funny way, not in a bad way, or I love you, thank you for your time, thank you for spending it with me. You know, I always try to end a conversation with how I want them to remember me. You know what I mean? Maybe I want them to be remembered by sassiness. I'll also, hey, it's Darren. I posted a lot of my videos recently in the last week up on YouTube. I'm going to try to relaunch my YouTube channel. I will tell you this. YouTube needs to come up with a better system on uploading it because it takes forever. Not at home, but it takes forever at the gym when I tried to upload it last night. But you know what? Be you. That's what I'm trying to say today. Just be yourself. Okay? And I think this is my bus. Maybe, maybe not. I do have, okay, for Janelle who is watching this, I hope you're watching this. I do have a Periscope. Still don't know how to use it. I do have a Snapchat. Don't use it. Have a Twitter. Don't use it. Have an Instagram. Use it quite often. And I have a Facebook. Hi. And I have I know I have something else. A Tumblr. I love my Tumblr. Okay, anyway, you guys. Happy Tuesday. It's Tatum Tuesday. If lost, return to Channing Tatum. Please. I'm lost all the time. He still hasn't showed his ass up. No one still has taken me to his house. Okay, you guys. You guys have a great day. Bye.